Saturday afternoon around
police and the victim's brother. News 4's got
had to close the gates for about an hour.
All right, guys, welcome to the episode of Inner Monolog. I'm hanging out with my good friends. We got Bulls, we got Julio, and we got Jose. How y'all doing today?
Good.
What up?
All right, so let's see what's going on with everybody. I mean, I hear that Julio, you want to cover what's going on in the stock market last week?
A little bit. So I am a Robinhood user, and I do invest through Robinhood. Last week, pretty much, we've all been keeping an eye on the stock market lately and how the stocks for GameStop, like about a month ago, was down as 30 cents a share, and then they exploded, started going up to like $30, $40. At one point last week, there was as high as 800, and that's mostly with like hype from Reddit and Elon Musk. I just find it kind of ridiculous that all these hedge funds were like, yo, you're hurting us because we want to watch that stock lose and go under. And obviously now it's like, hey, the little man's fighting back. And they're just like, well, no, we can't have this shit. You guys weren't supposed to do this. We gave you tools to invest, but not to invest to make us lose money. We wanted you to help us make our own money.
I don't understand why they don't seem to realize you don't underestimate gamers ever.
I don't think it's so much just that, too. I think part of the issue is, like, I ended up finding out companies like companies like Robinhood don't necessarily, I know, right? That was an epic fail. But companies like Robinhood don't necessarily sell stocks directly. They sell them through third-party brokers, and they put a little fee on top of that stock to help them make a profit, right? And that's, in a sense, they're manipulating the prices. Because I was looking at a couple other apps of my coworkers last week at different stocks from different companies, but we look at them, and I'm looking on Robinhood, they're looking on their own, like Fidelity and stuff, and the prices are totally different. I'm realizing I'm paying like fucking 15 cents more than what they are. But back to the hedge funds. Hey, man, the stock market should be a free market, right? Any of us should be able to go on there and fuck you guys, go to sleep. Any of us should be able to go on there and literally purchase stock and try to make ourselves better financially. So for that whole bullshit where you're going to ring in the stock market and say, hey, no, you guys can't do that. You guys can't inflate this shit. Fuck.
Well, the reason for that is I was reading that one of these big hedge fund companies is actually one of the major investors into Robinhood, because Robinhood doesn't actually sell stocks. What they do is they take your information and they sell it to like Google and other investment firms.
Yeah.
To track trends and shit like that.
They sell us.
So exactly. So then when one of your biggest investors is a hedge fund company and your investors in your app are betting against the same hedge fund that's supporting you, it becomes a problem.
So we're basically being trafficked without the benefit of getting sex.
Well, it's okay. So for example, it's more so like with when you sell your information to Google so that you can explore the internet and do whatever the fuck you want as you come and please, at least you're getting something in return. Right.
As you come and
But
please.
Robinhood, right now, what Robinhood is doing is trying to take your money and not give you shit in return. Because once it started affecting their real big time investors, which was the hedge fund, they had to shut down trading for specific stocks because it's not every stock. It's specific stocks. You cannot buy.
Yeah, there's certain stocks that are not available on Robinhood.
You can't buy GameStop stocks, but you're more than welcome to sell it. And the only reason that is because they're trying to offset the market again so that their major investors don't keep losing money.
Right.
That is exactly what 13 billion?
Bro, Robinhood right now has a class action lawsuit though, because technically what they're involved in right now would be a form of like
market manipulation.
Yep. It's just Wall Street being mad that the little guy beat them at their own game. Because there should be no reason why there should be no reason why people should even be allowed to short sell. Because when you do that kind of shit, what you're doing is you don't even own the stock. What you're doing is you're going to these big hedge fund companies and saying, hey, I want to buy $100 worth of this stock at $10 a share. And then you go and you sell it to somebody else at that price, expecting that when, let's say that you're like, okay, I'm going to bet that in a month from now, the price is going to drop. So you're hoping that that price drops to around $5 so that when you buy those $100 worth of shares back from somebody that actually has the shares, so that you could give it back to the hedge fund that just let you borrow it, you're making money on top of that. So what's happening right now is they're not making money on top of them. They're actually losing money to where they bought the shares at $10 a share, and now the stock is at like $400 a share. They're losing not only the $10 that they originally invested, but the $400 that they now have to pay.
There was like some CEO last week saying he lost like what $9.8 billion or $8.9 billion in that because of that.
Not my fucking problem.
That's how I felt about it.
You knew what the risk was. That's the reason why you play the stock market, because you don't want to settle for the 2 or 3%.
The stock market is fucking. It's
year.
gambling. Like it's gambling. Like going to Vegas. You're not gonna put money. You're not gonna put $5,000 on 30 black, and then when a damn ball lands on red 15, you're fucked.
How many people have lost their house gambling?
A lot.
That's crazy though. He had like 9.8 billion and still wasn't satisfied. He still had to try to like make that.
Hey
more.
man, that's American greed for you.
No, that's greed. Period.
That's capitalism.
Speaking of things coming down, Jose, I heard that like you had your fence knocked down by the wind the other day.
That's you guys are from the Bay Area. This past week we had a pretty crazy storm. Winds in Solano County got up to like 60 to 70 miles per hour. So at first, I thought the damage was very minimal. So my wife had checked the backyard, and it was just like our outdoor furniture kind of just like, falling down and not in the right place. So I was like, I got lucky. I've seen a lot of pictures of like people's fences being down and big rigs being flipped over. If the worst happened to me where this outdoor furniture tipped over, not a bad day. But then I go take out the trash to the side door, and there's my side fence got knocked down. I was like, wasn't so lucky after all. So I text my neighbor.
Mexican? Try to fix it?
Yeah, so like my neighbor was like really, really cool about it. Like he went out there and like did it like a temporary fix to put it back in place. And he just said like, yo, let's just wait like a month or so, because right now everyone's gonna try to fix their fences. And they're gonna be charging like, double or triple what the going rate should be. So he's like, let's like this fence needs to be replaced anyway, so let's just do it like later. So I was like, all right, cool. Then I go back outside. This time I go through the other side of my fence, and there's like another small portion that was also. And I was like, all right, I can't rely on my neighbor because it's the other side. So let me try to fix it. So I'm on the like work call, and I'm multitasking. Go outside with a hammer and nails. I think I fixed it. I put like 3 little nails sit in place. The next strong gust of wind knocked that back down. Right where I had put it. So I was like, all right. That's not gonna work. So we ended up putting like some like sticks and brooms just to kind of hold it in place, and it's holding. And again, we'll replace it in about a month. But it was pretty funny. On top of that,
the joys of being a homeowner, right, Jose?
Yeah. That's wild, bro.
Dude.
Yeah. But like fix it in about a month. Like, so I guess what I'm trying to see is what do you mean by fix it in about a month? Because like there's 2 Mexicans, Central American, and a black guy in this conversation, so I'm sure we could figure this out.
Yeah.
I told my dad, and he's like, "When do you want me to go?"
Hey, if he needs assistance, we're available.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They just sell that money. All you need is a good case of alcohol.
Bro, I got 2 days off.
I got you the alcohol right here. So besides that, I also kind of had what do you call it, like this when you just buy random shit, you don't even need it, but you just buy it. What do you call that?
Okay. Spur of the moment.
Like I had an impulse buy, right? So we were grocery shopping, and I saw limited edition Lady Gaga Oreos. I was like, I'm not a fan of Lady Gaga, but the packaging had come on. I was just kind of like this thing full on it. So I was like, let me just try them. Right, let me try them. My wife tries one. It says like they're horrible. It's like 0 out of 10. So I'm stuck having to eat the entire bag of Oreos.
How do they taste?
What's so special
Does
about
it
that?
taste like glitter and unicorn
so
shit?
like the cookie itself is pink, and then like the inside is like this little green filling. But it tastes like a white graham cracker cookie, and I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. I'm more generous. But
Wait, hold on. You say the cookie itself is pink?
Yeah, pink
Does
cookie
it
and
taste like
green
pink?
filling.
And what the fuck is she like from Whoville?
Real talk.
It's a weird ass color combination. You know what else is weird?
What?
Trying to fit 3 fucking furniture boxes into a goddamn minivan.
Yup.
That's pretty weird.
I remember that shit.
Ain't that right, Bulls?
Yeah, fucking the audacity, the goddamn disrespect. This
Mm-hmm.
The
so I'm
lie,
outside
the door, and the audacity of this bitch.
for real. So I'm outside and they walk out. They're like, "Hey, they're gonna need help." I'm like, "All right, cool. They're probably gonna pull up in a goddamn pickup truck or some shit." That's what most people do.
You're in
Oh.
Texas. It's expected.
These motherfuckers decide to bring their asses a fucking minivan. And 3 of them have to fit in that bitch. So they're like, well, we could probably put one in and then put the other side by side. Mind you, these are big ass. These are, I want to say about 6 feet long each.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Now, granted, if it was just 2 of them, we could probably get one box in and they have to come back and get the rest. But there's 3 of them. And they still didn't move the goddamn seat. So I was like, and her excuse was, well, we thought there were 2 boxes. I was like, did you figure that out after you purchased them?
You suck.
Like, when you loaded them on the thing, did you be like, yeah, this is 1, 2? Yeah, it's 2, right? Still got the 3rd box, even though it says 1 of 3. So it was like, well, can you hold them? It was like, we can only hold them for the day. Either that or you're going to have to return them. I'm like, well, my brother-in-law's in Oklahoma. I was like, what the fuck does he have to do with this situation?
Oh my God, who the hell
How's that relevant?
cares?
Texas?
Yeah, how does that do anything for
I was
you in
like,
that
I was
moment?
like, so what? If he was in Arizona, we'd be able to get this shit up in there? The fuck?
Actually, it's
Well, they-
scientifically proven that if you live in Oklahoma, the cubic space inside a minivan doubles that of a pickup truck.
Instead
Yeah,
of 6 people, they will carry 24.
The only thing they could do was return the shit. And then this dude,
So you lost the sale, bro?
I didn't lose shit. They fucked up, not me.
Y'all
then
sell
this
on
dude-
I didn't know Costco sold on commission.
Moving on.
You dumbass.
So this dude tries buying acetaminophen. They're 2-pack. He tried buying 3 of them. They're limited to 1 per customer per day. So my coworker scanning the shit. Say what?
Is that like Sudafed?
Acetaminophen's technically the generic name for Tylenol.
It's Tylenol, ibuprofen.
Mm-hmm.
So
You buy one a day?
Yeah, you can only buy one per day. So we tell this dude you can only buy 1 per day. He was like, "Oh, I'm sending them overseas." And my coworker's like, "No." My coworker's like, "No, you ain't."
No, you ain't.
Like, bro, did you really
Game
think that was the secret word to let you buy the shit? Like, it's in the system. We literally physically can't.
Oh man, did he say what country?
No.
Tylenol is big and cool.
And I'm not asking. I don't care what country. It's not going nowhere. He's gonna be shipped overseas. The fuck they are.
I'm shipping this to India.
No, you're not.
So
I know.
you guys heard of nudist colonies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know how you become the most popular guy there?
How?
When you show you can carry a cup of coffee in each hand and still find a way to lug around a dozen donuts.
Damn.
Hey, we're talking regular size donuts, right? Not the little mini donuts.
Bruh.
Talking about,
Bruh,
I'm
if you
talking-
can balance love, there are no holes on that bad boy. More power to you.
saying, you're the reason donuts got holes.
He's gonna cover him in glaze on the way back to the hotel room.
No, this motherfucker playing limbo with him.
All right. So what's up with your coworker, bro? You said that he had a Karen situation going on.
Oh, he busted out the
when
hat.
Karen's attacked. When Karen's
Must be
attacked.
a
It's
Karen
showtime.
story coming up.
Right?
Let's go. All right, so my coworker sent me this on Facebook, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and read it. Well, she said she was working self-checkout. A lady approaches and begins checking out. She has her 3 daughters and her husband. One of the girls was not wearing a face mask, and she asked her to keep her mask on. And the lady visibly gets upset, and the mom removes her mask and starts heavily breathing air in the area, kind of like purposefully, like I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I thought that was her normal breath. And she was like, I tell her again, keep your mask up. Her and her family get more upset. She starts telling her daughter, how rude am I? And how this mask stuff is stupid. I let her know she can, if she has a problem, she can speak to a manager, which was standing right behind her and watching the entire thing. Lady loses her shit, starts yelling, yells at the managers, and just fucking runs off.
What the fuck happened? Hey!
Get
So
fucked,
she can
Karen.
buy, huh?
What is so hard about wearing a mask though at this point? It's almost been a year. What the hell is it that people just can't?
Beat
I don't
the
know.
holy living fuck out of me. It's between either you don't want to wear a mask or you're wearing 2 masks or 3. Anyway,
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
It's
I had 2 run-ins with 2 male Karens. I guess we can call them Carls just for, purposes.
Shut the fuck up, Carl.
Okay. So first one happened to me on fucking Friday. This dude, I'm at the front entrance, doing the whole membership thing. This dude walks right the fuck past me on his fucking phone, like full speed. So I go after him like, sir. His son looks back. His son knows that I'm fucking calling him. So finally I walk up, I tap him on the shoulder. I was like, sir, I need to see a membership. This motherfucker turns around and gets all pissy and was like, I can't believe you just touched me. 6 feet, social distancing, COVID, ew. I was like, bro, calm the fuck down. So now I'm like, I need to see a membership. He's like, yeah, I'm on the phone. I get that. I was like, I still need to see a membership. Anyone who comes to the front entrance has to show their membership. He was like, I was on the phone being rudely interrupted. I was like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. I'm going to go call the manager. I get 10 feet away from the dude. This motherfucker starts stalking me. He's like, yeah, I want to speak to a manager. I was like, bitch, isn't that what I just said I'm doing? So I get up to the intercom, like, can I get a manager to the entrance? This bitch goes around me, goes to the exit, starts talking to the girls over there about what just happened. Comes back with his membership out and was like, see, here, all up in my face, then taps me on the shoulder. Now, I almost fucking sent this dude to God's inbox before my manager showed up and stopped his ass. Because I was literally debating whether or not I want to lose my job for knocking this dude the fuck out. Like, I understand, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt because, fine, I tapped you on the shoulder. Go, you get your lick back. Cool. But you touch me again, I'm going to fucking kill you in front of your kid. So now my managers get involved. I step back and start doing continue doing my job. And of course, this dude's bitching. He was like, he touched me on the shoulder. Look at the camera. My manager smooth just looked at me. He was like, did you touch him? I was like, yes, I did. He was like, we don't need to look at the camera. He was like, no, look at the camera. He touched me. He was like, he just admitted to what you just said. He's agreeing with you. Are you that pissed that a guy you're pissed off at is agreeing with you? You don't give a fuck. You still want them to look at the camera to prove you right? So about a couple minutes ago, they let him go, and this motherfucker decides he wants to try and antagonize me again. I'm helping a customer, and he's like, "Watch out, lady! He's gonna touch you."
He doesn't get the whole "don't poke the bull," does he?
And she smooth turned around and was like, "Fuck is wrong with you?" And he kept walking. He was like, "Touch me." I was like, "Don't pay that idiot no mind." So I'm over here thinking like, man, if this motherfucker come back, I'm gonna whoop his ass. But karma got my back on this one because this motherfucker's son spilled a whole pizza inside his brand new pickup truck.
And his name is John C.
Motherfucker spent 30 minutes cleaning that shit up. And I'm standing in the front entrance like, gotcha.
Wasted good pizza.
In the spirit of all Karens, get fucked, Carl.
You know who didn't get got though?
Who?
Barry Bonds, bro. They snubbed that nigga again for the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Bruh. Are they still on that? He did steroid shit. Is that why they're not giving it to him?
That's all that.
That's all it is.
Is Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco in the Hall of Fame?
Are they? I don't think they maybe they didn't make it. But here's where I'm like pissed at it. So if Bonds had used steroids, they said around 2000, 2001, right? That's when he started using them, and his home run numbers went up. He was a Hall of Famer before he took steroids. You look at 1989 to 1990, he was like 400 home runs, 400 stolen bases, Gold Gloves as left fielder, MVP awards. Like his numbers already MVP.
Way before he got to the 700.
10 years in, and then you look at his last 10 years where he had performance-enhancing drugs. Then all right, just throw that out. You know, just put him in with the first 10 years of his career in the Hall of Fame. You know, be at that. But he has one more year of eligibility left. So this past year, the baseball writers voted, and no one's getting the Hall of Fame. So on the ballot, you had Kurt Schilling, Barry Bonds, and Roger Clemens. So Kurt Schilling,
dude, Roger Clemens didn't even get in.
Clemens didn't get in either. He was around like 60% of the vote.
The hell,
just like Bonds.
Damn.
Yeah, because he also has like the whole steroid performance-enhancing like drama around him. But Kurt Schilling is so pissed to be associated with Bonds and Clemens that he's asking to be removed from the Hall of Fame voting next year. So he's also up for like his last year eligibility, and he's like, you know what, I don't want to be associated with Bonds and Clemens because unlike them, I have something that they'll never have, a legacy. And I was like, what legacy you have, Schilling? Your dirty, bloody sock during the World Series? All your
bro, I just heard of him just now. So what legacy?
I was like, what is your legacy?
And on top of that, my biggest problem with this entire thing about them not being allowed into Baseball Hall of Fame is just like it's the same situation I had when the Giants didn't want. Who was that? Cody Ross? Was that the very controversial Twitter account?
Oh no, that was Aubrey Huff.
Aubrey Huff. No, it was Aubrey Huff. It's the same situation I have with Aubrey Huff, right? Like the Giants knew exactly who he was in the clubhouse. Mm-hmm. There's no way that he all of a sudden became this far right dude after he stopped playing for the Giants. They knew who he was from the clubhouse. It's the same way that baseball knew who any of these guys were. Clemens, Bonds, Schillings, all of these guys. But baseball made their money and drew in all these fans based on their performance enhancement and all their history and all this other shit. But now that it's time to let them into the Hall of Fame, which is something they honestly deserve based on the fact that like their numbers, like you said, even before the performance enhancement does, their numbers speak for themselves.
Bro, I think your hoodie is rubbing up against your headphones.
There you go.
Yeah,
but
so
I think they should all get in, honestly.
Yeah,
I think so too. Like because they keep saying like with the Baseball Hall of Fame, there's like a morality clause, right? That's why Pete Rose never got into the Hall of Fame despite his on-field performance because he was gambling as a manager. So because of that. But I was like, it's one thing to have your off-field issues, and Schilling has tons of them. But if your performance on the field as a player warrants your admission to Hall of Fame, I think you should get in.
Yeah, agreed.
Another robbery. Hopefully next year, Bonds gets in. That's if he doesn't get in as the all-time home run leader, that's going to be
It's gonna
such
be
an
insane.
asterisk for it.
At that point, like, what's the point of the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
You guys,
The man was Hall
talking
of Fame caliber way before the damn steroids. Like, I don't understand why you won't even recognize that much.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. If you weren't a Saint for your whole career, they don't want you on any of their. They don't want to give you the gratitude. They don't want to give you like the recognition
Shit,
because
if
they
we go
feel
look
that you.
at the NBA, fucking
'Cause-
Michael Jordan wasn't a saint for his whole career. He was a fucking asshole.
No, yeah, but in this case, it's like you did steroids. We put you. If we reward you, it's looked at as we're rewarding you for doing the steroid, and now you're gonna tarnish the sport. But
If you make
like
it
you
known
guys,
that
but hold on. But like you guys said, if you didn't do that, if you didn't have an era of players fucking juicing up on steroids, MLB, where would they be today? They probably wouldn't be that popular, right? Because MLB was losing TV ratings back in the mid to late 90s, like going into the 2000s. Other sports were gaining popularity over them.
I mean,
Shit,
where would the Giants be without Barry Bonds?
right? Exactly. Because what would him going for like home run records, opening a new ballpark? It was all publicity.
No,
It
without
was
him
all
coming up
publicity on
in
that
the
era, right?
2000s, the Giants wouldn't even be in San Francisco anymore.
Exactly. They'd probably be in San Jose or in some other
No,
state.
they're getting moved to the East Coast again.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the ultimate sign of how good of a player you are is getting intentionally walked. And Bonds got intentionally walked like no one else. And even when the bases were loaded, he was still getting intentionally walked because 1 run is better than 4. That's how pure of a hitter he was.
You guys know that what the biggest lie on the universe ever told was?
What?
I have read and agreed and consent to the terms and agreement.
Yeah. Only time I've read one of those completely all the way is when I bought a new car, and that's it.
Never. I don't think I've ever read one ever.
I don't think even when I got a new car, I was like, where do I sign?
Yeah.
Sorry, do you want to read it? No, just give me the fucking pen.
Yeah,
I'm used to this process already. I just go all the way to the bottom and sign. We're good.
So
whenever Apple does an update, you agree to the following terms and conditions. Yeah, whatever.
Every time.
It's cool.
Julio, what's up with this police officer that was off duty that drew a gun?
All right. So this happened back in October. An off-duty Austin, Texas police officer was on his way to work. He was running late. He was speeding on I-35 going through Austin. He was cutting cars off left and right. And a motorist that happened to be driving who had a dash cam got cut off by him. So he decided to give chase while calling 911 and reporting what's going on, not knowing the guy's an off-duty officer. So I watched the video, and after about 6 minutes, the officer gets off the freeway. He cuts off to the right, off the off-ramp. The driver is following him, ends up crashing into him. The officer brake checked him in like this little, like, I don't know, it's like this little like area right off the side of the freeway. And right when the officer got rear-ended, he jumps out of the car and draws his weapon.
He didn't point it.
Right.
He drawed it, though. Already in hand, ready to use.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, what the fuck?
So, now, I get it. You just realize this dude's chasing you and shit. But here's the thing. Bro, you got a high-paying job. You're probably brand new to the force. You're probably on probation and you're running late to work. You done fucked up. Why are you running late to work? Who knows? But you're running late to work. Own it. Endangering people's lives, going as fast as 96 miles an hour, which is recorded on the video, that's on you. No one else, right? So anyway, he pretty much drew his gun out, pointed at the guy, and then realizes he's not in uniform. He's out in public. He puts the gun away. He goes into his car. They start exchanging information, right? The video eventually made its way to Austin PD. They put him on a 60-day administrative leave, so pretty much you're suspended with
Pending investigation.
Pending investigation. They did find him wrong of multiple violations, and I have a small list here. Some of them include reckless driving, brake checking, speeding, crossing solid white lines, and tailgating other drivers.
Illegal lane?
And illegal lane changes. So his defense is, well, I was running late to work, and then his defense for pulling out the gun was I was in fear of my life.
That's fine, but bro, like,
Wait. So
in this day and age, like, bro, you should know by now. Motherfuckers always.
Everybody's got a camera on you. Everybody.
Did he get arrested, Julio?
No, dude didn't get arrested.
That shit was one of us. We wouldn't be.
Oh,
right,
bro.
And how come you were scared for your life, and that's why you were speeding? If the reason why they were following you is that you were speeding.
I think he means
so initially you're speeding because you're running late to work, but still, that's on you. Like,
that's my point. But his defense was, I did all of this because I feared for my life. But
because that guy started following.
Did you think your lieutenant was going to shoot you or something because you were doing illegal shit before this person started following you?
Yeah. So I don't know, man. To me, it's kind of stupid. So I'm not going to name the guy. I'm not going to name the officer. His name's on the document.
Kind of stupid.
What is stupid is ordering food when you're 14 and then assassinating your Uber Eats delivery driver.
Ooh, let's get into this one.
Crazy. Yeah, it's an article I found online. So this woman in Texas, I forget the city.
Why is all this shit happening in Texas?
I don't know.
What's going on over there?
But she was delivering some food to an apartment complex. It was around like 9 p.m. at night, and she got assaulted and murdered by two 14-year-olds.
Hey, wasn't she an off-duty EMT?
I believe she was as well.
Oh, god damn.
So she was 32 years old, mother of three. Leaves behind a husband and her three kids who were like 10, 9, and 5, all over some food. So they're still talking
you
about
motherfuckers
14-year-olds
about.
Yeah, they don't want to pay. Like, I don't even know if it was their delivery or they just so happened to like want some food and stole it. But they should be tried as adults.
Yeah.
Here's my thing: if you don't want to pay, just grab the food and run. What the hell you need to kill her for?
Yeah, no, they shot her in the neck. Actually, it's craziness.
Unfucking necessary. Oh yeah, we got footage of both Julio's thing, and we also got a clip from this shit. So let's go ahead and roll these clips.
All right, roll them.
Saturday afternoon around 2 p.m., you can see Officer Thomas Tuminelli weaving in and out of traffic. Here he is in his silver car, flying southbound on 35. In a memo from Austin Police, it states that Tuminelli was trying to get to work on time, going nearly 100 miles per hour.
Speed is a big problem. It's one of the main contributing factors that we see in a lot of these aggressive driving situations that escalate to road rage.
Also in the video, you can see him driving aggressively, cutting across multiple lanes of traffic, and at one point barely making an exit, then nearly driving in the shoulder as he tries to merge. It states he broke 8 traffic violations. Some include reckless driving, brake checking, speeding, crossing a solid white line, and tailgating.
Right now, it's important for drivers just to remain calm and not react to those around them if someone's doing something inappropriate.
A driver who was following the off-duty police officer caught the incident on his own dash cam, including this one. As Tuminelli brake checked, the driver rear-ended him, the APD officer immediately getting out of his own car, gun in hand. You can see it here, the pistol in his right hand, hanging next to his side. For nearly the next minute, still with the
Two 14-year-old boys tonight are in police custody. They face capital murder charges for the murder of 31-year-old Ryan Graham Muncie. She's a food delivery driver. She was fatally stabbed while working in Haltom City. Our Nicole Nielsen tonight explains what led to the arrests.
On Saturday night, Haltom City police say that 31-year-old Ryan Muncie Graham was a victim to an offense they call random.
It ended up being just a random thing where these two juveniles were out looking for somebody to rob and ran into her.
The wife and mother of 3 small children was out delivering food for Uber Eats at the Northern Cross apartment complex in Haltom City. Now police are learning she was then approached, stabbed in the neck, and robbed before being pronounced dead at the scene.
Since Saturday, the detectives and the officers both have been out there pretty much canvassing the entire neighborhoods, knocking on every door in that apartment complex. They're looking for any kind of video or anybody that might have information on what happened.
Detectives say they found evidence that links 2 14-year-old boys to the case. CBS 11 caught up with the surveillance company for the property next door, who says their cameras pointed at the scene and offered police video of the suspects.
All of the cameras were fortunately up and recording then. We just so happened to have one exactly where it needed to be.
The 2 boys were taken into custody last night at a different apartment where they lived just down the street. Detectives believe that robbery was the motive behind the murder, but say they didn't take much.
The only thing that they took that we know of during the robbery was her cell phone.
Her phone was then recovered in a nearby dumpster.
It seems pretty senseless to kill somebody over a cell phone.
They say today they just hope the arrests bring a sense of comfort back to the community and family.
I believe it brings some closure to them, especially to them and the community, knowing that there's not a killer running loose out on the streets.
In Haltom City, Nicole Nielsen, CBS 11 News.
Goddamn. Damn.
Always gotta remind of the world, so getting worse.
Damn, bro. Scary. But I sometimes all wells that ends well. For example, there's this guy that tried to rob a clerk and then got his ass beat because the clerk actually knew martial arts. Ain't that right, Bulls?
Yeah. So this guy had been trained in I believe it's judo or maybe aikido, but
it is
so
judo.
he
don't know if I have a gun. You don't know if I have a knife.
You don't know if I got a twisted.
Like, bro didn't even. I don't think he walked up with it. I don't think he walked up with a gun. That's the thing. Like, he walked up, tried to grab the shit from the register, and in fact, we got footage. Just go ahead and roll the clip.
For 2 years, Ibrahim Gawarji has been practicing these moves, takedowns and grapples that he hoped he would never have to use in a real fight. But on Tuesday night, those skills were put to the test when a would-be robber tried to steal $600 from Ibrahim, who was working at this mobile gas station on Route 1 in Norwood.
But he don't say anything. He come to attack me, punch me, threw a couple punches in my face.
The fight went on for several minutes with both men landing blows.
He's really strong. He gave it me hard punch in my face.
But Ibrahim ended that fight thanks to a move he learned on the mat.
When I take him down, it's like Latin or chuck. It's the best thing I can do.
That chokehold caused the would-be robber, 46-year-old John Benedict of Dorchester, to lose consciousness. Another customer called Norwood police, who arrested Benedict for unarmed robbery and assault and battery.
His nickname is Ferocious, just because of the way he trains. When I saw the video, I was really impressed because he really was ferocious, and he did all his techniques. And the guy was much bigger than him, and he just did an amazing job.
If you're in a similar situation, Ibrahim does not recommend fighting back. He says he would have simply handed over that cash if that robber would have asked. In Norwood, Matt Reed, WCVB News Center 5.
Ooh. Bro, it was like a straight WWF match out there. Oh, WWE, my bad. Bro had no chance.
WWF was right. Don't act like you're not over 30. WWF was right.
Hell yeah. That's how I remember it.
And then there was that. And then also I found an article that apparently, and this one fucked me up for real. So if you thought the COVID test was bad, wait till you hear about what China found as a good way of testing for COVID. So,
the anal swab?
Nasal swabs. Yes. Fuckface.
Yeah, I did a
Anal swabs.
little research into that one.
Only a little.
Yeah, Julio,
Yeah.
Julio heard anal and he had to jump on the article.
Because he loves butt stuff.
Yeah, I'm right.
But yeah, so they're now finding it way more effective than the nasal swabs, and they're testing it on Beijing residents.
All right, bro, sign me up.
Well, technically, what they're doing it is for residents that are in hospitals and that are flipped upside down with tubes going to their nose and mouth. That's why they're using the anal swab.
Listen, you had me at anal.
Yeah, no one needed to know that.
You got to be accurate with the information you put out there.
No, you don't.
Yeah. That doctor better
Not
look
that
at me.
accurate. Not on YouTube, you nasty bastard. No
He
one
just call-
needed to know that.
It's call you the onion. It's call you the onion. Check your facts. Your fake news.
Fake news. Check the article, motherfucker.
On a different note, though, you guys see that article where 50 Cent said that he's willing to box Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather is too small?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that's one hell of a way to talk your way out of a fight.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I think I got
fight you, bro,
right now.
but you too small.
I think the build-up will be entertaining. All the shit talking.
So, are you kidding? The trolling?
Yeah.
For real.
It'd be even better if fucking Floyd Mayweather had Ja Rule in his corner.
Oh, he walked out.
Oh, dude.
Got 100 guns, 100
There'll
clips.
be a fucking shooting outside right out the ring.
No, it wouldn't.
What was Ja Rule's fucking catchphrase?
It's murder.
Murder.
Yeah, that's exactly what you hear while Floyd Mayweather's walking to the fucking murder.
Murder.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be competitive at all. Floyd would win that one-sided fight. I've seen the clips of 50 Cent claiming to be a boxer, and it's just like just tip-tapping the heavy bag.
50 Cent would fucking buy out the entire two front rows on Floyd Mayweather's side of the ring.
Hey, Ja. Remember? You remember?
How was that concert?
And he was filming all of Floyd, Texas.
Bro, he would buy out the two front rows and then fill them with everybody he's ever trolled in his life.
Oh.
He would pay Ja Rule to be Floyd Mayweather's stool. That'd be a fun fight.
50 Cent pays Ashanti to be one of the cheerleaders in that empty two rows.
Cheerleaders? You mean one of the ringside girls that carries the number?
Oh shit, even better.
Dumbass. You just missed a golden opportunity, bro.
Ricky improved what I was saying.
I thought they had a cheerleaders in boxing.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I did.
Speaking of ancient fucking pairings, do you guys know what kind of oil Popeye likes to cook with?
No.
Olive oil.
Oh.
Nice.
Right? So
better get that on.
I actually don't even know if I want to go with Jose's story or Julio's story first because they're both pretty interesting, but like I guess I'll go with Julio's. So Julio's telling me about how back in 2008, some guy in Montana had a bunch of robocalls made to people that like were harassing them and fucking being racist and anti-Semitic.
So it's in 2018.
Yeah, let's
So
talk.
in 2018, this man from Montana used the device to make about, it doesn't say specific numbers, so it's tens of thousands of robocalls to people.
Hold on one second. Did you just say antenna?
He said Montana.
Montana.
He said Montana.
Montana.
See, I was gonna walk right past that, but he said Montana, and I just thought it was one of those gay kind of.
They got a beautiful state. I'm not insulting them or anything. I actually do want to go visit someday. I know everybody out there is packing a gun, so don't get my ass shot, guys. But yeah, so pretty much he's facing now a $9.9 million fine from the FCC after making tens of thousands of robocalls to people over the course of about 8 months in 2018. And these calls had like anti-Semitic phrases. I think one of them in the article had said that it played a speech from Hitler when it would call like specific phones. And he even specifically targeted a family of a little girl who died multiple times, had not just like her direct family, but even her extended family called by this device.
Wait. Did you just say someone who died multiple? How the fuck do you die?
Sorry, no, the phone calls were made multiple times. The girl died. Huh?
Was her name Anne?
Oh, dude.
I thought it was Jesus Christ.
I don't know. You know what? I can do a little bit of research and we can give you guys an update next week.
I quit.
Hey, man.
Nope.
But like, imagine how racist you have to be like almost okay with racking up $9.9 million
in fines. Well, not even that. To like back to that little girl. How specific of details do you need to find her phone number, the family's phone number, and then the extended family, right? Like cousins, aunts, and all that.
Why are you so curious how specific you have to be to find a little girl's phone number, bro?
For real? You looking for someone's phone number?
The family, dumb fuck.
Bruh, we're just going off what the fuck you just said.
You dumbass.
Be more specific. I'm good, bro.
I'm saying this dude. What I'm trying to say is
Just like
this guy
you said,
put in a
Mr.
lot.
Onion.
Shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Fuck
What I'm
no.
saying is this dude put in a lot of effort to harass a family. Out of the tens of thousands of calls he made, to harass that one family in particular, and between all this, takes a lot of effort. Like this dude's got some issues.
$9 million in fines. Yeah, it took a lot of effort.
You know what doesn't take effort?
What?
Getting back from the fucking internet. I'm pretty sure our fucking show achieved that in 5 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Our YouTube channel was already banned from the internet once.
You know who else is that? The girl that fucking that girl from Pennsylvania, the one that took Nancy Pelosi's laptop. Apparently, she's also been banned from the internet.
Oh.
Yep. I read an article on that. So at first I was like, well, how do you enforce banning someone from the internet? Because if that was me, I was like, I'm going to a public library and using the internet there or whatever. But she's under house arrest, and they took away pretty much her Wi-Fi and any device that has internet access. So she only has those flip phones from back in the old days with no internet access.
Damn.
Yeah, but what's stopping her from bringing one over?
You can't even send emojis on that motherfucker.
Maybe someone could like drop off like here's my phone or here's the device with like a hotspot. You can use the internet, but her lawyer was trying to get her to keep her internet because she says like she needs that to apply for jobs, but the judge was not having it. So nope.
Who the hell is gonna hire you?
No one, right?
That's like a fucking IT security arrest to me if you've been banned from the internet.
You literally committed treason. No one's gonna fucking hire you. Not even McDonald's is gonna fucking hire you.
That's insane.
They serve a billion burgers a day, but they're not going to hire one of the
I didn't even know that was a real thing.
Like Jose, when you said she was on house arrest, I assumed that they put like an EMP ankle bracelet on her. So when she goes near technology, it just short circuits everything.
Yeah, it's like
wouldn't that be some shit though? Like you get to keep your computer, but you touch that shit. Zap, that's it.
It just sets off an electromagnetic pulse, destroying it. That'd be hella funny.
It takes out any electronic device you get within like 6 feet of.
You got to call your cousin to order you a new computer on Amazon.
So you guys know why the doctor asked the patients to stop masturbating?
The fuck?
Whoa. No. Why?
Because he was trying to examine him.
Oh. Yeah, he just brought back a really bad memory, man.
Ew. The fuck were you doing?
Hold up.
No,
Okay.
I had a
Conversation's done. I don't want to hear this.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's HIPAA. Let me not talk about that.
Why would you even bring it up?
I honestly completely forgot about it till this joke.
I would have kept it to myself even after that.
Hey, Bulls, so what's up with that FML story you had for us when it came to you and your girl?
All right, so it didn't really happen to me. It happened to my girl, and she called me and told me. I was like, you know what? I'm putting that on the podcast. So she was going to go get some food, and like you guys had a fucking windstorm. We also had that here in Texas, and in Orla, it was extremely bad, just howling.
Oh
all
wait,
day,
you guys also have wind in Texas?
I know, it's amazing.
But they don't believe in wind power in Texas.
That's the fuck we do, you idiot.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That was the dumbest shit you could have said. Anyway.
I know, I just wanted to be a dick.
So she was going to get food, and when she was on her way back, the wind kind of dusted up and almost knocked her wig off. So she literally had to decide whether or not she was either going to drop the food and keep her wig from falling the fuck off, or if she was just going to let that motherfucker fly off. She ended up being able to save both, but that was her fuck my life moment.
That's wild, bro. That's almost as wild as that phone that Sony was trying to sell for $2,500. What's up with that?
What the fuck? What the hell?
I'm curious if anyone bought it. So, Rick, you just got a brand new phone. Same for you, Julio. And I'm sure both of them are top of the line and nowhere near $2,500. Well, if you want a phone from Sony for $2,500, they'll gladly sell you one. And there's nothing really special about it. So it's not gold plated. It's not foldable, and it doesn't even have the latest processor. It's last year's processor. What's up, Wolves? What's up, Will?
Is it still branded by Sony Ericsson like they were in high school?
It's like Sony Xperia Pro or something like that. Okay. Yeah. What's up, Wolves? Oh, wait, the Bulls free?
Oh,
shit.
They
at least have the holograms.
Oh, there we go.
Did they what?
Hello?
All right, we can hear you now.
My bad. So does it have holograms?
No holograms.
$2,500. I expect to see some shit pop up out of my phone.
Does it project a 3D keyboard onto a flat surface?
That's a hologram, dumbass.
You dumbass.
Let me actually tell you what's the key feature that separates it from the competition and why it's $1,000 more than your average phone. It has an HDMI input. So it has a micro USB and then on the side, an HDMI input. So you can now project videos.
That's it.
I believe I'm capable of like streaming my stuff.
HDMI input?
Wi-Fi.
Has an HDMI input. So if you wanted to get that on any other phone, you can buy an HDMI dongle for about $20 or built in for $1,000.
I mean, if I
really wanted to, I could project the shit onto my fucking TV. I have a Roku TV right here. All I gotta do is connect right to it, and I can project my shit right onto it. Right.
I think I make a lot of bad financial decisions.
But I need a $2,500 goddamn phone.
Yeah.
When I can just that shit on a Roku TV.
I make a lot of bad financial decisions. Why the fuck do I need to make that? Why would I?
This shit cost me $250. That's 10% of what the fuck they're trying to sell the shit for. And I can project all my shit from my phone on the TV. Don't even need a USB.
Yeah, I don't get what Sony's thought process is.
I don't get it because like I just got my phone and it's at least half of what you're talking about. And
same here.
I watch HDMI videos all the time.
Yeah, and it's not even a new idea. So like back in 2011, there was a phone release that had an HDMI input, and that sold for $480.
Yeah,
okay, but when you say HDMI input,
It means you can plug it directly into it.
Yeah, you can just directly plug in the HDMI cable into it.
So basically, you can turn your phone.
Wouldn't that make the phone bulky?
No, because I mean, you probably just
HDMI
have
is a pretty thick.
Shut the fuck up.
It's pretty thick, but it's not as thick as a phone. But the problem would be what does
the
that do for
connection
like your
is not that
battery
thick,
life?
you genius.
Yeah,
You
like
actually
what does
look
that
at
do
an
for your battery
HDMI.
life? What does that do for your camera
It's
quality?
it's not the whole cable. It's just the fucking. It's just the fucking female insert slot.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, thick enough just to fit it in there. It's still dumb, and it'll make it a little bit heavier on the bottom though.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, you can wait. Sony actually shows them using the phone as a screen that can be attached to a DSLR camera.
For what? The DSLR camera is a screen.
There's already a fucking screen right there. Why do you need more than that?
Exactly, and then like that $20 dongle does the exact same thing.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I've seen a lot of the like newer cameras that have come out in the last 3 to 4 months, and their screens are way bigger and are touchscreen now.
Yep.
So again, Sony, explain to me why do I need to buy your phone for $2,500 to connect to your camera? Now, I do plan at some point buying my own camera for vlogging, but there's no way in hell I'm going to buy a camera that's almost $1,000 and a fucking $2,500 phone as an attachment on top of that. That's berserk.
Yeah, that's
that makes no sense.
of wasted money.
$2,500. I'll go buy a freaking drone from DJI.
Dude, you don't even need to spend that much on DJI.
I think he has like 3 cameras.
You can get a decent drone.
Yeah, at this point, you got multiple cameras going, right? You got the camera on the phone, you got the actual DSLR camera. Like
what are they trying to get you? 2-point camera recording or some shit?
Hey,
top and the bottom of the fucking camera. Is that what?
I mean, you're looking at the same information over and over. Like why?
Well, you got camera view and point of view.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because, like, even if I was to record a video on this phone that I'm using now, there's
the quality's still pretty high.
No, it's like Vlogger or something feature where you literally use all the cameras at the same time.
Oh, I know what you're
saying. Oh, you got that too?
It's like director's mode or something like that, but it opens up all the cameras at the same time. That's why I don't understand why this. So, okay, so I get that you could plug in an HDMI cable directly into the phone. I guess what I'm not understanding is why make it $2,500.
And here's the thing too, like if this is being said, well, for the businessman, it has to do presentations like on a bigger screen. Here's my thing. Hold on. Here's my thing. When I worked as an EMT and I would grab an iPad and teach like instructions on a like fucking 70-inch TV, I did it wirelessly. Why the fuck do I need a cable?
Exactly.
Well,
so
there's that, and there's also the fact that, like, even if you have to plug it in directly to the phone, why not just have a C cord with an HDMI other end?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Right.
$20
Because I mean, Apple proved that with the last Mac series, where you could literally just get an adapter and plug whatever you need in on the side on the adapter.
So y'all know they got wireless keyboards and shit, right? Where all you got to do is plug in a USB with a little fucking Bluetooth reader thing that basically connects to the device, right? So to be honest, if they really wanted to do something like that, someone would just come up with the fucking HDMI version of that, and bam, it's still wireless. And once again, Bluetooth alone, you don't even need it. So what the fuck? Why?
I don't know.
You don't need to transfer data.
I think Sony is stuck.
You want to show the screen on the fucking. You want to show your actual.
I think Sony's stuck in 2008.
So I'm gonna go ahead and move.
Guess what? It doesn't even have a fingerprint reader for that price point.
Wow.
You would think it would have all the bells and whistles.
Does it do facial recognition?
I hope so, but
because for $2,500, if all I'm gonna have is a passcode that somebody could fucking figure out and crack, your phone is useless to me.
It's useless, period.
Yeah.
You know what else? What else?
It's dead on arrival.
The only thing that I find dumber than that is the son that shot their mother over an argument.
Ew, yeah, this is gonna get pretty dark.
Yeah, Bulls. Fill us in on that, bro.
Oh, fuck. Right. So in Eastern fucking Harlem, this dude basically shot his mom because she got on him about getting a job. Right. He's been unemployed. Now, the funny shit is what I found out a couple of days later when I was investigating the article, because actually do got a quick clip on that one. Let's go ahead and roll it.
22-year-old man told him to get a job so he could take care of himself. Her son's response, he shot her dead. That's according to police and the victim's brother. News 4's Gabi Acevedo is live outside the scene in East Harlem now, and he talked to distraught family members about this. Gabi.
Adam, your description, although tragic, is precise. Police say that 22-year-old Musa Camara shot his own mother in the head. Now, family members told us that the mother and her son had recently been arguing, as you mentioned, Adam, over him getting a job. The victim's brother, the uncle, wants no mercy for his nephew. Family and friends huddled in grief at Lehman Village houses. Fatoumata Denson was a mother of 8. Police say one of her children, Musa Camara, shot and killed her around 9 this morning. The uncle wants justice.
I want him to go rest of his life in prison.
Danson arrived in New York City more than 25 years ago.
Lovely sister. She don't have no, she kind to the entire family. Let's say kind to everybody. She always smile and laugh.
Today, she was found dead in her 15th floor apartment. According to witnesses, Musa Camara shot her in the head and ran away. Citizen app video shows the moment police arrested him on 108th Street and Madison Avenue.
He got arrested with the weapon. I don't know the size of what kind of weapon it is, but he got arrested with the weapon.
Family members say Fatoumata had recently pressed her son to find a job, and on several occasions things got heated. A grieving brother, now lamenting the untimely death of his little sister, says he will never forgive his troubled nephew.
Come and look for a better life, and she got killed by her own son, which is Musa Camara. My nephew, I want him to go life in prison. No mercy for him.
Police say that Camara was taken to a hospital for a psychiatric evaluation. We are still awaiting word on charges. Reporting live from East Harlem, Gabi Acevedo, News 4 New York.
Just awful, Gabi. Thank you.
Okay, so basically, law enforcement gave her a panic button and issued an order of protection out on him, so he wasn't even supposed to be there. So she pressed the button shortly before she was shot when he showed up at the residence with a gun. So he wasn't even living there with her, but they got into an argument over the fact that he won't get a job, and he shot her because of it.
Not really sure what to say in this situation because I don't know how anybody could shoot their own mother.
And like my thing is, bro, like all she's trying to do is get you to just be a man. Like you go out, you get a job, you pay your bills, you fucking contribute to society. She's trying to make sure that you can take care of yourself because she ain't gonna always be there. And you fucking shoot your mother over it. I fucking hope every inmate finds out about this and her ass inside out.
Yeah, they're gonna have to keep his ass in fucking solitary confinement because they're gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bleep. But yeah, I hope they beat your ass. I love my mom to death. I would never think of ever harming her. So the fact that you literally just shot your mom to death pisses me off to no end.
The only thing that I would say is dumber than that is all these idiots running around Dodger Stadium yelling about a scam fucking demic.
Yep. So this past Saturday around 3 p.m., a bunch of protesters, about 30 to 40 of them, showed up at the entrance to Dodger Stadium. Now, Dodger Stadium at the moment is being used as a drive-up COVID vaccination site being ran by the city of Los Angeles and the Los Angeles Fire Department.
Mm-hmm.
These protesters came along the sides of the sidewalks to the main entrance for the vehicles to get in, and then blocked traffic, screaming and holding signs. And they pretty much say, and I quote, "Turn back now. CNN is lying to you. Recall Governor Gavin Newsom. Take off your masks." And they handed out pamphlets to drivers that had their windows down. Some cars literally were like honking their horns at them to get the hell out of the way and shit. The people were yelling through bullhorns saying, "Turn back now. You're being used as a lab rat. Don't be a guinea pig. There's still hope if you can get away now," pretty much. Like fucking trying to scare people, right? Go ahead.
We do got a quick clip of a news clip, and let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Morning, there are some new calls for better security at the Dodger Stadium mass vaccination site. This after a protest on Saturday led to a brief closure of the facility. Take a look. The fire department had to close the gates for about an hour after demonstrators tried to get inside. The group was opposing both the vaccine and government shutdown orders. No one was arrested, and officials said everyone who showed up with an appointment was able to get a vaccine shot.
All right, so it didn't show much. It just showed them,
Yeah.
It didn't show the gory details, but
I did find
what
a
the
YouTuber.
hell?
I did a little research into this today at work, and I found a YouTuber who posted video. She was there with the protesters. I'm not going to name who she is because from the looks of it, she's already catching hell on YouTube and on her channel. But she is a quote-unquote vegan/naturalist anti-vaxxer who believes that the pandemic is a joke and that the vaccine is just meant as a way to control all humans on Earth.
Okay. Did you put on your aluminum helmet today?
Nah.
Yeah, and on top of that, the city did issue this statement saying they will now start having officers standing by at the vaccination site, police officers standing by the vaccination site. And they quote the city on this, "And do not test us on this because you will find yourself in jail, cited, and dealing with prosecution," which at this point, yeah, like if you're going to prevent people who have to sign up for appointments online, sometimes days, if not weeks in advance, to get a vaccine that is in limited supply and that are at high risk, and wait in line, and at high risk if they catch the virus to, possibly having really severe effects. Here's the thing: if you don't believe in this vaccine, if you don't believe in this disease, just mind your business. It's cool to have your opinion, but don't fuck with other people's lives.
Exactly.
Right?
You don't need to go out in mass and literally.
I think
people get the vaccine that they believe will help.
Like Ricky has said in the past, believe what you want to believe, but don't be a fucking shitty person. And at that is all I have for that segment.
You want to know about a shitty person, Julio? There's a man that is literally suing his wife over her makeup.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Oh, what you got, man?
Yes. All right. So this is exactly what the hell happened, and to be honest, I'm still surprised because it boggles my mind. So this woman wore makeup pretty much the entire time that they met, all the way up till their wedding day or the night after their wedding day when she scrubbed that shit off. And this motherfucker literally said, "I thought she was a thief."
Well, I mean,
if you look at the photo of, because there's two photos. There's two photos. There's one with her with makeup, and there's one with her without. Clearly, a huge difference. She's a shapeshifter. Don't get me wrong, but this dude is literally suing her for £13,000.
Straight Decepticon. How much did you spend on that wedding, bro?
For real, bro.
Probably £13,000.
So $11,000 American.
No, I think it's more than that.
You dumbass.
A pound is worth more than an American dollar.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it'd be like
no, bro.
$13,000
pound is more like $17,000 American.
Yeah,
pounds.
Bro, it's like I guarantee you that it's
dude. You said
exactly.
$11,000.
I said $11,000.
Yeah,
Because the pound is more than the American dollar.
13,000 pounds is more than a third.
This, bro, say
11,000
that
would
shit
be
one more
less
time.
than 13,000
Whatever.
pounds.
Say that shit one more time.
You failed. Just Google it, Julio. You're pulling up the phone.
You are not winning right now in the facts department, sir.
Hold on.
Fact check yourself.
I thought he did that on a calculator, bro.
Nah.
What you do? Just guesstimate that?
No, yeah.
I don't even understand how he says 13,000 pounds when the dollar is less than the euro, than the
For real,
pound.
bro?
I just was gonna say it's less. Bro.
Like,
You know, I said $11,000, right? I didn't say.
Who else fucking registers currency in dollars, sir?
Actually, you're right. So that equals to about $17,000.
Ooh.
No.
All right, I'm fucking wrong. I'll admit it. I'm wrong.
See, I feel bad for that woman that doesn't have internet. She can't do this.
I want to see the look on her face when she realized this motherfucker was like, "Oh hell no, no the hell you don't, no, you don't look the way you looked before."
Dude, I mean, Safari is expensive.
Like, bruh, I'm married to shapeshifter.
Yo, but for real though,
Goddamn succubus.
how much was she? I think I kind of get this. How much was she spending in fucking makeup to fucking have that illusion going? And then once, like they always say, once you tie the knot, there's a lot of things women aren't going to do for you.
Like, bro, didn't you agree for better or for worse? You woke up to worse, and you was like, "Nah, fuck this."
Next morning, oh shit, I done fucked up now.
All right, guys. So,
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Hell no.
So speaking of worse, I had a coworker the other day come to me and tell me that like his girl's dog just died and he didn't actually know what to do. So I was like, bro, just hook her up with a new dog that looks exactly like the one that just died. He comes back to me a couple of days later talking about, bro, that was the worst advice you've ever given me. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I got her a dog that was just like the one that just died. I was like, okay, so why she was wrong? She's like, well, she got upset with me and broke up with me because she said, what the fuck am I supposed to do with two dead dogs?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, apparently he didn't understand that the dog just have to look like it and actually be dead too.
Dog gotta be alive, son.
Did he kill that dog?
I guess so, bro.
Where the fuck did you find another identical dog that's dead?
I think that marriage break up.
Nah, Lil Susie was walking it. He walked up, was like, "There it is." Sure. Don't do the yelp. It makes it.
Actually, I just woke up my dog. I can hear him barking in the background in the other room.
Oh shit! They're killing dogs. Time to move.
Fuck it. I knew this family wasn't gonna be good forever.
His dog woke up in the worst. That's why he started barking.
Yeah. My dog woke up and he's like, fuck this. I'm not going to Oxford's. Oh.
All right, boys. Well, if you guys don't have anything else to add, I think we're pretty much done for tonight.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what we didn't do in the intro?
No
Tell
idea.
people to follow us and subscribe.
Hey, listen, that's exactly what I was about to do, you fat sack of shit. Anyways, Julio, how tall are you though, bro?
5'10".
I did not know they stack shit that high. Remember to like, subscribe. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, everybody.